Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. We're gonna do a video from Island Hopper TV today. This one is best things to do in Dublin. So let's go ahead and check it out.
What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're coming to you from Dublin, Ireland. We're going to show you some of the day trips that you can do from here that take you to some castles, beautiful beaches in the north, delicious local cuisine, and much more. Dublin is the capital of Ireland with a metro population of 1.5 million people. The entire country of Ireland has around 5.5 million. First up, here we are at Dublin Castle, built in the 13th century on the site of a Viking settlement and served as the former seat of British rule up until 1922. Nowadays, it's a symbol of independence. This here is one of Ireland's most important historical structures. The entrance fee to get in here is about €8 for adults and €4 for children. Opens at 9:45 in the morning and closes at 5:15 p.m. And when you're visiting here, you'll notice a green domed building. That there is the City Hall. And you can visit Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is the Dublin City Council. Now we're going to head across town a bit. This here is the Guinness Storehouse, where you get to experience the tale of Ireland's most famous beer, and they have tasting all up on the rooftop. The entrance fee here is €26 for adults, and it is free for children under 4. The storehouse is 7 floors surrounding a glass atrium shaped in the form of a pint of Guinness. After spending some time at the Guinness Storehouse, you may be inclined to go out for some nightlife, and Temple Bar District is where I would recommend. This is my favorite place to go out and enjoy the night. It is one of the oldest parts of Dublin, and while here in the pubs, be ready for lots of live music. Some of it you can even sing along and enjoy together with the band on stage. I would say a trip to Dublin is not complete unless you've actually hung out around here and experienced the Temple Bar area, right next to the waterfront actually. And you don't have to come down here for nightlife. As you can see, I'm walking around in the daytime, so anytime is fine at the Temple Bar District. By this time, you've probably worked up quite the appetite. Let's talk about some Irish food. And one food that really stands out is shepherd's pie. That's an Irish delicacy with corned beef and cabbage inside a pie. In Ireland, be ready to eat a lot of potatoes, including Irish stew, which includes lamb, potatoes, onions, and sometimes carrots. For breakfast, be ready for bacon, eggs, beans, and mushrooms with a tomato. Or just a good old-fashioned steak with some vegetables and, of course, potatoes. And if you're looking for a little bit of fresh air in the mornings or in the afternoon, check out St. Stephen's Green, a large Victorian-era park located in the heart of the city of Dublin. And as we continue to show you around Dublin, I want to remind you there are timestamps down below in the description so you can bounce around from location to location. Like I said, we're going to be showing you some of the day trips from Dublin in case some of you are interested in that. And next up, here we are at St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is the national cathedral of all of Ireland, and it is famous for its choir, established in 1432, which still performs daily during the school term. And located right there in the heart of Dublin also is the Trinity College. It is Ireland's oldest university, established by Queen Elizabeth in the 1500s. It's also a popular tourist attraction, and visitors can explore the campus, including the historic squares and buildings, and experience the university's atmosphere. And also here you'll find the Book of Kells and the old library. You will need a ticket for this. Another beautiful park and outdoor area to explore is the Phoenix Park. This one is much bigger than the St. Stephen's Green. So if you're looking to get some fresh air, come on out here to the Phoenix Park and hang out with some deer. Now we're actually headed out to the coast. This is the Dublin Bay area.
Now you can Airbnb more than an Airbnb. Like a chef to cook for you, or a massage for hours.
And the bay is shaped like the letter C. It's about 10 kilometers wide. It's right at the edge of Dublin city center, and the area has plenty of medieval castles, scenic cliff walks, which are really nice, beautiful parks, just a nice outdoor area. And as we continue to show you around Dublin, I want to thank all of our subscribers, because without you, these videos would not be possible. So thank you to all of you for subscribing to the channel. By the way, the Dublin Bay also connects to the Liffey River, which goes right through Dublin city center. As you can see right here, this is the waterfront. They've got a couple bridges that you can walk across or even take a tram. I guess it could even be broken down to say, what side of the river are you staying on? I stayed on both sides. I prefer the Temple District side. Now we'll do some day trips. The first one we're going to do is nearby Dublin. This here is the Dalkey Island. They've got some historical relics and ruins right here that you can walk around and explore on this nice island just outside of Dublin Bay. But this one is about 30 to 40 minutes away from Dublin city center. And along with the archaeological site that has impressive architectural designs and cultural heritage, it's also a protected biosphere where they've got seals, rabbits, herds of wild goats, seabirds, and rare plants. Also, there's some Viking influence here for those of you who are interested in that. You can even kayak and fish around here. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to explore around Ireland. So if you guys are planning on getting outside of Dublin, stick around. First up, we're at Cliffs of Moher. This is absolutely a spectacular Irish coastline right here on the southwestern side of the island. It does take about 3 hours and 12 minutes to get here by car. You could also stop at Galway. We'll talk about that a little later on. Cliffs of Moher, absolutely spectacular. Some of you may recognize it from Harry Potter. And located just south of Dublin is actually the Wicklow Mountains, so you can get some mountain trekking and some hiking in while you're out in Dublin, not too far south actually. And people also come out here to do some mountain biking. They also have a glacial valley within the mountains called Glendalough, and some beautiful waterfalls like you can see here at Carlwise-Stick. Now we're going to do a day trip out to Kilkenny. You can get here by train or you can get here by car. It takes about an hour and a half. Obviously, every single one of these places we mentioned, you can also stay the night. But here you can visit the Kilkenny Castle, explore the city. Really good vibes out here. They have the medieval mile, these incredible stone bridges that go across the rivers, and some castles. So really a cool place. Definitely recommend taking a trip out here if you can. Another thing that we want to do is go up to Belfast in Northern Ireland. Another way to get up here by train or by car. It takes about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Train and car are comparable in length. While up here, you can check out the Titanic Museum. That's quite famous, as well as the history and so much more. Belfast is known for its shipbuilding and maritime heritage, as well as the city's Titanic Quarter, where the RMS Titanic was built. While up in Northern Ireland in the Belfast area, you can also go to the Giant's Causeway, and that's an awesome place to check out. They say they have 40,000 basalt columns. They're in this hexagonal basalt. No one really knows how they were formed, but it's interesting the shape that they're in. And they say it's created by an ancient volcano, but either way, it's something for folklore. And they say there's a cosmic connection between these and the Giant's Boot. So really an interesting place to check out. As you can see, there's a lot of beautiful scenery around Ireland. Now we're actually going to check out some beaches. Check out these golden white sand beaches. Most of them are in Northern Ireland, but they're also on the west coast as well. But who knew? Ireland has golden white sand. Now, as far as swimming here goes, be prepared for some cold, cold water. And another day trip from Dublin is Cork. This one's in the south. There's Cork County, but Cork, the whole area, is really a nice place. It takes about 3 hours to get down here. It's 260 kilometers. You can get here by train in 2.5 hours. It's a little bit faster by train than it is by car, but lots of history down in the Cork area. They've got beautiful coastline. This is the southern part of Ireland. You can see the good thing about Dublin, it's centrally located. They also have beaches. Some would say the best beaches in Ireland are down here in Cork. Down here they do have the Blarney Castle and Gardens area. As you can see, there's lots of history and architecture all around Ireland. This Blarney Castle, one of the most famous in all of Ireland. People know of it worldwide as well. Just a beautiful place out here at Blarney. And as you can see, Ireland is very green. That's why they call it the Emerald Isle. And you'll notice that right as you're landing into Dublin. By the way, guys, I want to let you know I do one-on-one travel coaching. I will put a link down below in the description if you guys have any questions and you want me to help you plan your trip.
Guys, I'm gonna put a
Next
link
up, here we are
to,
at the Cape.
This video.
Grammarly provides a bunch of different
description in
suggestions
case
to
you all
improve
wanna
the
see.
correctness and style of your writing. Clarity suggestions like this.
It's Cape Clear Island Bay, but this whole southeast side, southwest side of the island, whichever direction you go, you'll notice there's these little smaller islands off the coast. Really beautiful. I mean, you can only imagine what it would have been like when the Vikings or sailors were coming out here to Ireland. So much history dating all the way back in time in Ireland, from the British to the Vikings, the Spanish. And just in case you're wondering,
Beautiful.
along with the main island of Ireland, there's about 80 significantly sized islands off the coast. So lots of little islands as well. 20 of them are inhabited, and then there's a bunch of smaller islands and inlets as well, making the number of total islands going well over 100. Just 80 significantly sized ones. I just want to say that if you're planning to come up to this part of the world, I would definitely suggest also checking out the UK, London, Scotland. That way you're able to get all of what is known
I'd like to
geographically
go to all
as
of
the
them.
British Isles, although people in Ireland do not like if you call it the British Isles, by the way. It's just geographically known as an archipelago called that. Just keep that in mind. But Ireland is independent and its own country. And here's Galway. We talked about this earlier. When you go to the Cliffs of Moher, you can also do Galway. Galway is another beautiful coastal town here in Ireland on the west coast. It's probably about 2 to 2.5 hours away from Dublin, really easy to get to. And now here we are at the Rock of Cashel, also known as St. Patrick's Rock. And you can see it's a castle, of course, the traditional seat of the kings of Munster were here as early as the 4th century. So lots of history out here. Beautiful rock fortress. And another place to explore. This one's actually in the Wicklow, Ireland area. It's called Glendalough. So you can see it's a plain with a lake and really a nice glacial area. You could almost combine
It's
this
pretty.
with the Wicklow Mountains, I would say, because it's in Wicklow County. And one more beautiful castle. This one's Malahide Castle. There's so many castles in Ireland. We pointed out a few of them just so you get an idea of which beautiful ones you want to explore. But such an enchanting island. If you love castles, I think you're going to be really happy visiting Ireland. And just some facts about visiting Dublin, Ireland. So it is the capital with 1.4 million people. It is separated by the Republic and the Northern Ireland area. That's where Belfast is. The currency they use here is the euro, but Ireland is not part of the Schengen zone, so you will need to process immigration coming and going from Schengen countries, just like the UK. It is not part of the Schengen area, although it is part of the European Union. Anyways, on that note, you will need 7 to 10 days to do this Dublin travel guide in Ireland, so we will see you on the next one from London.
That was a great video. Um, Ireland's beautiful. Obviously in America we don't have that kind of history. We don't have the beautiful castles and we're not old enough. So it's super interesting. I've got a lot of Irish heritage. So I would love to go there. I'd love to go to Scotland. Actually, all of the places he mentioned in the UK, London, um, Scotland. I'd love to go to Edinburgh, and of course Ireland as well. It's a great video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, please comment if there's any videos that you think I should watch or like related themes. If you think I should watch somewhere else, I was thinking about watching something from Spain um, next time. But anything you guys wanna send me. Um, Subscribe, like the video, please share, and thank you guys again for watching.